with me. I was doing an introduction of my life as a writer with my slapdash host, or co-host, Danny Cole. We will probably do a lot of videos together, and we'll probably do some videos separately, kind of showing where we are right now in our writing career. So this is mine. I guess I should call this video blog number 1. Maybe. I don't know. I'll leave the fancy stuff for later. Danny will figure it out. She's way more creative on the YouTube world than I am, so she can help me figure out how to title these. I don't do these confession things like she does, so she's really good at it. So this is me. I don't know how often I'll update, but just thought that, ooh, it sounds like someone's here, but I'm home alone. Okay, I'm not gonna get scared. Anyways, just kidding. Well, maybe, sort of. I mean, before I started the video, I started thinking of horror movies, which is really, I don't know why I even went in that direction when I'm home alone. But anyways, okay, so writing related stuff. I've been working on way more stories than I can really handle. I kind of overdid that. I shouldn't have booked myself so much. Now I have my YA. I have 3 books that I'm working on my YA, and the 3rd book is almost done. I have the 1st book in a series that my co-writer and I, Danny Cole, are really hoping will be a very long series. That one's almost done. I'm actually on chapter 7 right now. I'm working on chapter 7. It's a new chapter. We went through the outline and figured out that we needed to add a little bit more to the scenes, and we needed to change some things around. Our draft 1 is 17,000 words. Not good. Most mysteries are about anywhere between 70 to 75,000 words, and we're only at 17, maybe, if you're going to round it up, probably about 18,000 words, so that's really low to have a finished book. So, and I say finished rather loosely because I never consider a first draft, anywhere near being finished. So we still have a lot of editing to go on that, and we have a lot of new chapters. I know she was excited about some of the new chapters she got to write, and I'm way excited about some of the chapters I get to write. So right now, I am working on a scene, trying to take an old scene and keeping it from being cliche, so we're still trying to work out where we want to go with some of these characters, but these drafts are a great way to see what works, what doesn't work for me, for the story, for her in the story. So that's always fun, just world building and seeing what is and what isn't. Playing God, I guess. So I have that. I'm about 35, I'm on page 35 of my editing on draft book 2. I really gotta stop saying Can you tell I haven't been in a speech class for a long time? And even though I did tours and I gave speeches, those speeches were pretty much prepared. Like, I worked on them ahead of time on what I wanted to say to people. So I didn't have this of me thinking, what should I say next? So I'm going to try to break myself of that habit, because who knows, maybe one of these days I might get lucky and get to speak on a panel. As long as I am dealing with stage fright, which I lost. I was afraid, and then working as a tour guide, I lost the stage fright, but I could pick it up again, probably, very easy. Anyways, off topic. Are you guys counting those? I hope not. How embarrassing. Anyways, if I have long moments of silence, that's me trying not to, okay, where was I? And now I have another co-writer number 2, that I'm working on a project with, and at lunch today, I had my notebook out, and I was scratching away on this chapter that I'm supposed to be figuring out. I'm really happy with it. I'm in the middle of a really sentimental moment that is really going to drive home character, like the lead character's relationship with character A, and then the building relationship of character C, and then I just kept getting interrupted, and I just felt like everybody was trying to talk to me just so they could see over my shoulder to read what I wrote. That used to bother me, and it doesn't now. Probably because I'm feeling a little bit more secure on my writing. I've gotten paid to do it, so maybe I'm feeling a little bit more like, yeah, if you want to read it, it's a first draft. It's in my mind, it's gonna need a lot of work, but maybe I'm not feeling so nervous about it anymore. So I don't know. You know what? I haven't seen a psychiatrist for a long time, so I'm not really good at it. And I'm gonna have to cut that. Okay, you're probably wondering why I cut that. It's because I said a word I shouldn't have said. As my co-writer would always say, this is a family show, so I gotta try to keep it family. Anyways, so what I was saying is that it didn't really upset me that they were looking over my shoulder. And it's probably nothing I write is probably gonna make sense to them anyways, because I don't really think completely when I write my notes down. They're just fragments of what I see in my head. So it might make sense to them, it might not. They probably have no idea what I'm abbreviating. Actually, I don't think anyone would read my stuff, like my notebook, and realize what I'm abbreviating. I think that's a lot of it's like code in my head, what this means to me. Did it again. Anyways, what was I going to say? So I had that. Oh, jeez, I really got to work on that. I am going to work on that. I'm probably focusing too much on that. Like, now that I'm thinking about that. Anyway, what was I going to say? It's about the writing. So I have book 2 that I'm editing, book 3 that I'm writing for my Boleyn series. I have chapters that I'm working on, which for RWA I signed a goal book that I was going to finish 4 chapters by the next meeting, which shouldn't be a big deal, but I'm also working on another story for another writer, or with another writer. So my hands are pretty full, and I've got some projects that I'm working on, freebies, but they're like just stuck in my head, obsessions, right? Just like that song, you're my obsession, my obsession. Well, okay, some of it. It's not like I'm actually trying to sleep with my stories, but I don't mind spending a lot of time there. So I have that. What else? Oh yeah. Lately I've been reading Sherlock Holmes. I've been really obsessed with Sherlock, and really obsessed with Gambit. X-Men, if you don't know who Gambit is. I've been watching YouTube videos on old Gambit shows, looking up Cajun accents, just like a bunch of those things. And what else have I been doing? I've been reading X-Men fanfiction, Sherlock fanfiction, watching Sherlock, watching horror movies if you like horror movies, funny horror movies. It wasn't really that scary, but it was funny. Dell and Tucker versus Evil. That should be a cult classic if it is not already. I was awakened, my world is awakened to this wonderful show, or movie, and I just love it, love it. There's so many quotable moments in that. I would even wear a shirt that says Dell and Tucker versus Evil. Just awesome, awesome show. And I went to Little Tokyo and got a lot of candy. I'll add that photo. I should be getting back to work before everyone gets home. I have a lot of things to do and very little time to do it. And I'm feeling the crunch. I'm actually stressed, which doesn't happen often, but I am now because of all this. I did it to myself, but I want to be a writer, and to be a writer in my mind is, being self-employed. And when you're self-employed, people tend to have a lot less time when you're working for yourself than when you're working for other people. So, because you have to manage things, you have to manage your advertising, you have to manage the work that's being done, you have to manage a lot. So I'm in the middle of that right now. Anyways, I'm going to go eat candy, finish my water, and fill it with another beverage of the many choosings here at this home. And other than that, I hope to see you on our Monday shows, or check out our blogs. Danny has her blog, I have my blog. They should be added. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look that up on YouTube to make sure everything's added, all the websites. I don't know what YouTube did. It's different now. So, anyways, have a good weekend.